Hello everybody, I am the Worm, and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Yes, ReFantazio. So, it turns out, every time you open up the demo, a cutscene plays and everything, but then it gets to a screen where a voice reads over some promotional material for the demo, and he just pronounces the title. So my initial guess at pronunciation was wrong. So it's ReFantazio, not ReFantazio. So I apologize for anyone who was perhaps annoyed by that. Good to know. And you also may be noticing that I am not where I was. I am back in the mine. I reloaded an earlier save. And I have done so because, it's been a little while since when I played last. And what was bugging me was in the last episode, we got out of the mines and the bridge out got destroyed. And that leads me to think that we're not going to be able to get back here. Or at least maybe not anytime soon. And that made me think, well, I hate the idea of missing something. And so I was thinking about it, and the conclusion I came to was, look, I'm playing on normal. I'm not on a higher difficulty. Why not at least give it a shot and see if we can fight that dang dragon? Now, what was I about to say? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I loaded the previous save, fought the human that was in here, and we're right outside where the dragon is. We're gonna go. Well, one, we'll discover whether or not I can fight him. Period. But two, we'll see whether or not it's, meant to be impossible or something like that. And if it is, then I probably won't include this in the main episode, so then no one will see this. But that's neither here nor there. Let's try this out. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, oh, I forgot there was another area beyond this. What I was going to say was, last time I was getting to the, up to the 2-hour mark in my recording, and as I mentioned, I think I was kind of getting quieter as time went on, and that was because when I do these recordings, it is quite late at night, and so I really wanted to sort of get to the end of the mines, and so I felt like I was kind of rushing a bit. Okay, I forgot there was this area before. We can just burst through these guys, right?
If you see a use for it, I say take it with you.
All right, we did it!
Oh yeah. Oh no, we're here.
Really?
Okay, we can just skip through this, I think.
Nuts.
How fast forward is fast forward? Let's try it. That is quite fast forward. Okay, so let us.
What now?
Let's restock a bit. Presumably we can take these in battle as well, right? Corrosive acid. I don't remember when we picked this up. Decreases defense for an enemy for 3 turns. That seems like it could be useful. We have 3 of those. We have a revive. Yeah, I mean, let's do this thing. Let's, you know, just to see.
No, stop.
Oh, I can't even attempt to ambush it. Okay, we're in a fight.
Can't say I was expecting you, Doc, to fight. You're either bloody bold or too confident for your own good. Just so we're clear, slaying the things beyond you. Underestimating a dragon is the fastest way to get yourself killed. Fortunately, this one's on the smaller side as dragons go. We might have a chance of driving it off. Listen, keep an eye on its movements. Be ready for anything. If you sense it bracing to strike, stand your ground and shield yourself.
Okay.
Do not waste your lives in a place like this. Now, let's go, lads!
We're on a mission. We
I
won't
like
have
the,
Not even a dragon.
okay. Kind of hyping ourselves up here.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
What was it called? Fire Dragon Mana.
Falling back.
Alright. Fire Dragon, right? Well, let's try, ice.
Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
I shall fight as the
Oh, that-
noble I am.
That's a good chunk of damage, I feel.
Moving to the rear. Closing the distance. Withdrawing. I call upon royal power within.
So, we're just feeling things out.
Sword
Nice
falling
one,
back.
Soul.
The power of heroes.
They're weak to ice. Let's stop them cold.
Slashing.
Let's stay calm. By this power. Nice. Now. what's the
Okay,
play?
so I feel like we're making good progress for just the first turn. Oh wait, I should use oh, I should have started with this. Hang on.
This should work.
We should I should have started with that. Okay, I only have half a turn left, so I don't think I can pass. Let's do this. Ouch.
Dodge. You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Okay, this does not seem too bad.
Go. Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
In the name of justice.
Okay, let's see here. Question. Can I use a health thing? Can I have one character use it on another? Yes.
Here. That helped.
Blades
Nice.
ready, lads.
You're gonna pass.
I'll show you the. I won't hold back.
Yeah, something that's so key is, yeah, the passing thing, which we learned about in the academia. But also, because when we do a weak attack,
Ice. I shall fight as the noble I am.
yeah, that only takes half a turn. So a pass will take half a turn and then another pass. So let's just,
Staying on the defensive.
let's be cautious here. Ouch. Okay, I'm liking the game plan we've got going so far. Our guy, Colm, is gonna go all out, and these two guys will be using potions on Colm as we just beat this guy down.
You hit their weakness.
Now, what's the play? Could do with this. Thanks.
Blades ready, lads.
Pass.
That's one strategy.
I'll show you the essence of Vitus power. Ice. I shall fight as the noble I am.
Yeah, that looks good. I like our game plan.
I'll hold my ground.
I can endure.
Ooh. That was pretty tough.
Mate! Freeze! You hit their weakness!
Now, what's the play?
Okay, you are going to give a medicine this time.
This calls for one of these.
That helped.
Swordplay comes as
And
easily
you-
to me as breathing.
Let's get another acid on.
Take it.
It's okay. Mate! Ice!
I can't afford to hold back.
You know, these guys resist fire, right? Let's have them do some damage too.
I'll cut you down.
After you.
Let's come forth, royal soul! Freeze! You hit their weakness!
I shall fight as the noble I am. Could do with this.
Thanks.
Blades ready, lads.
Let's yield? Or do we want him to... Because I think we'd rather him attack than Stroll, because I think he's slightly higher level. I think. Is there a way for me to...
No. Let's see. Can't
I
wait.
can't check our stats in while we're fighting. I think that's the case.
Slashing.
I will fight with pride. Mate! Ice!
I can't afford to hold back.
What do we want hit you to do? Well, I guess you'll attack too. Ooh, that's a nasty move.
Watch out! You're
can't
barely
give up
holding
now.
Together. You're barely holding together. You gotta heal up quick.
This should help.
I knew you'd help. I'll show you the essence.
Mate! Freeze! You hit their weakness.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
Okay. You're getting kind of low, Stroll.
This calls for one of these.
No need to rush this. That's one step.
It's okay. Vitus power.
Ice!
You resisted. Keep throwing fireballs at my warriors. Nice. Oh boy. Do we want to top off just to be safe? Or do we just kind of want to go all out?
Warrior! Perhaps not.
Let's be safe.
Here!
Swordplay comes as easily. It's in your hands.
Let's
Mate! Freeze! You hit their weakness.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
Well, let's just
I call upon royal power within! Not done
Sword
yet.
warrior. With one strike. Help
we're getting there. We're getting there. Ouch.
Let's go.
Ice! You hit their weakness.
Now, what's the play? No
Can we
holding
finish
back.
him?
No, not this.
Let's be absolutely
This should
safe.
work.
Now they're mine. Not this one. After you.
Let's come forth, royal soul.
Oh my goodness. That was nothing.
Seemed the right move.
Not bad at all.
Good work, team. I mean, we had no problems hitting him. We did get hit a lot, though, and that did hurt. Maybe some more magic.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
One's training is never complete.
How does, oh. Good work.
Well,
Yeah, this was mentioned last time, and I still don't remember what a gauntlet runner is. The best part of any dungeon, the loot. See, this one's a yellow and red treasure chest. Dragon's Indigestion. Great sword embodying the fury of the dragon. Can be purified at a church. This is not the first item we've seen with can be purified at a church. But that's a named...
Now,
That is a named thingamajig. Maybe it's better. It's a great sword. Oh my goodness, that more than doubles the attack. Do we want to put that on him or Grius? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's the same amount. Okay, so this tells me the rank of their archetype, but what is their actual rank? Here they are. 9, 8, and 9. Let's give it to our boy Stroll. So this is a purple item. Not so far we have gray, blue, and purple. Don't know how many levels of equipment there are. Well, how about that? I'm glad I came back to do this. It's just, see, I have my issue in, like, what is it, open world games?
that's
Let's see here.
how's that?
My issue with sort of games that have open and a lot of choices, and especially when they're, oh look, it has a unique look on them. That's cool. I get, and I feel like I've shown this sometimes in the past, I get really indecisive. Like, I feel if I'm missing out on things, it's, you know, I start feeling real nervous. Oh, the little tooth guys are gone. I don't know how much of that's going to be in this. I am a bit fearful because we did see there are potential deadlines on some of our quests. So there could come a time where we might have to make choices. I don't like being on a time limit. But in this instance, this seemed fairly straightforward. Like I could, you know, I wouldn't lose anything just loading the save and trying again. And as I said, if it was nothing, I could just, you know, you guys wouldn't see it. I wouldn't leave it in the episode. So let's see. Okay, so since we didn't actually kill the dragon, I'm gonna assume we're gonna have the exact same
All right.
cutscene where we run out and it explodes.
Look,
All right.
Yep.
what?
Oh my. Time to go. Oh, I didn't do it flawlessly, like my first run.
And in one
Speak for
Okay,
damn storm.
we can skip this now. We saw this last episode.
Ah, this is so cozy.
The parents I'd so despised had stayed behind.
Your parents were.
Your Highness, this.
And we saw this. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be a way to rewatch those cutscenes if we need to.
I'm beat.
Yeah, and I didn't comment too much again because I was kind of at the end of. I was just trying to get to the end, so I didn't say much. But let me see if I should have watched that cutscene again. The prince was being protected by Grius, and there was a red-headed Roussant knight who was also helping. She seemed kind of prominent, so maybe we'll meet her. And now that we're here, I promised to do this last time. We're gonna have a quick study session. Since, you know, at the end of last episode, I kind of just wanted to be done with this. Let's check this out. Let's read our notes. Dragons, an enigmatic and powerful creature reigning supreme at the top of the ecosystem, king of all monsters, they are known as dragons. With their overpowering strength, they could wipe out an entire fleet of military gauntlet runners as easily as breathing. Best to not get on their bad side. What are gauntlet runners again? Here they are. Oh, I see. They're the vehicles. Magic-powered semi-automated vehicles. Gotcha. So, Grius was saying you probably need one because, you know, as we saw, it got up and flew away. So you probably need a way to track it and get to it quickly. Although this description says it could wipe out an entire fleet of them, so who do we trust? The memorandum, or do we trust Grius? Magla Hollow. Magla is not uniformly concentrated in the atmosphere, existing more like patches of smoke or fog in the air. As such, Magla is dense, and in some areas... As such, Magla is dense in some areas and extremely thin in others. One could say that the Magla was hollowed out. Such areas provide reprieve from especially dense Magla, as the likelihood of encountering organisms affected or frenzied by Magla is significantly lessened. That was the rest spot we could save our game in. Mag. Minuscule fragments of Magla crystals that accumulate in the bodies of animals and magical beings in areas where Magla is dense, though they are of little use to ordinary citizens. There is a system in Grand Trad where people can sell their fragments. As a result, some people, like soldiers whose work gives them ample opportunity to leave the city, carry a bag to collect them instead of throwing them away. Oh, okay. Not entirely sure. People can sell their fragments. Okay. I think I understand. Halia. A mountain village governed by House Haliatus. Haliatus? The family of Leon Stroll. Not wishing to partake in the extravagant lifestyle of most nobles, Stroll's parents were modest in their governance and considerate to their people. However, when a human suddenly attacked 7 years ago, the village was reduced to rubble after petitions for the state army's aid went unanswered. Stroll's parents lost their lives, saving their son and their people. Today, the village remains uninhabited, no trace of its former self remaining. Here we got another tribe. I forgot to mention, I can't remember, it was an episode or two back. How many episodes have I even done at this point? I can't remember. Is this my 3rd episode? No, this is my 4th episode. It was either the last episode or the episode before. I had to reload an earlier save because I got to the fort. So this would have been my 2nd episode. I reloaded an earlier save, which in retrospect I might not have needed to do because I feel like this game autosaves too. So maybe that wasn't necessary. But in any case, when I walked up to the recruiting thing again, there were some other conversations people were having, and there were these 2 guys or girls. I actually can't remember which they were, but they had wings. And I remember in the opening cutscene with the regicide, there was a character that had wings. And I think in the conversation on the street, they mentioned, I can't precisely recall it, but I think they said they were Ixia or something like that. So that might be that tribe. They seem kind of rare. Okay, so Roag tribe. A tribe whose members have longer lifespans, some living more than twice as long the average of other tribes. They age at the same pace until adolescence, spending of their remainder of their lives in middle and old age. Perhaps as a result, the Roag tribe conjures images of the elderly in many minds. Interesting. So what is the average lifespan then? Is it just Oh my goodness. Hang on a second. Oh my goodness. There are multiple pages. Well, now I feel silly. On Gallica tried to stay resolute as calm chaperone, but as he gets involved in unexpectedly intense battle, she begins to doubt her role in the grand scheme of things. However, with the fairy's unique ability to deflect anxiety, she does her best to help the protagonist in whatever way she can. That was kind of funny, the way that's said. Okay, how many of these? Okay. Okay, we're doing an elongated section here. The book Colm carries with him. It's a memoir style depicting the country in the United... Okay, we already saw that. The fantasy novel. It was designated as a forbidden text by the Sanctus Church 10 years prior, and most copies are thought to have been burned, making it hard to come by in present day. It is a well-known book, or it is a well-bound book that would be unusual for a commoner to own. Goodness gracious, excuse me. Wow, I bet some people, you know, depending on however many people watch this, I'm sure some people saw me, because I just saw there. I was asking what makes them different physically. Look, each of the 8 tribes possess unique physical traits, making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Clamar's horns or the Roussant's long ears. The Elder tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature, and thus are regarded as inferior beings. Okay, because I remember distinctly asking, is it just the fact that they don't have horns or long ears? I'm sure if there were people who knew about this second page, were kind of Might have been miffed, I missed that. Good to know. Clamar. Clamars value freedom and dislike illogical restraint. They enjoy cultivating discussion, but do not always consider the situation or appropriateness of doing so, which occasionally leads to conflict. However, some studies suggest this disposition is what drives them to seek governmental positions and other important offices. Yeah, such as bandit leader. Roussant, the second page. Many Roussant pride themselves on outperforming others in strength. While this can be perceived as self-disciplined competitiveness, on the flip side, there are many with a belligerent temperament, obsessed with proving superiority in any situation. Parapus, second page. This is referring to their happy-go-lucky and recklessness. Recklessness, yeah. Due to this stereotype, they are looked down upon by other tribes, which prevents them from securing a foothold in politics despite being nearly as populous as Roussant and Clamar tribes. The discrimination against them is especially obvious in large cities. Roag tribe, second page. In a seniority-based society, Roags often hold high positions due to their longevity. They place great value in eventually passing down their knowledge and purpose, so much so that they are known to remember favors as well as hold grudges for 3 generations. Though many Roag have unique markings on their face, they are not born with them, they are a form of traditional makeup. Like our friend Grius. It's one page. On Stroll. Son of a noble family of Halia, a village that was destroyed by a human. Now that he has lost his home and family, he has only his pride to redeem himself from the shallowness of his past. Chris, Gordon. Luis has a second page. He prizes rationality above all else, strictly adhering to a policy of appointing officers by their capabilities alone without regard for tribe or origin. Interesting. As a result, senior officials accuse him of trying to undermine tradition. However, he now wields an influence far beyond a typical officer, and many believe that he will be the youngest person ever to be appointed the army's highest-ranking position of general. Interesting how, when we watched that regicide cutscene, he was sort of mocking the king about the idea of a utopia where the tribes can get along, and at least in his policy as outlined here, it seems he would agree with that. Captain Klinger. The captain in charge of new recruits at the recruitment center, a short, portly, unsoldierly man, called an incompetent fool by Stroll after an attack on the fort, led him to order new recruits to the front lines in a panic, or so he made it seem. In actuality, he is a fervent supporter of Luis, and had always planned to take a mass of new recruits to die at the hands of humans, in order to demonstrate his support of Luis's assertions. Wow, wait, so maybe this wasn't even an order from Luis? This is Klinger of his own... what's the word I'm looking for? On his own... not volition. There's a specific word I'm looking for that is just left my head. On his own initiative. This was his own idea. He believes he believes what he's doing is in support of Luis's assertions. It's not a direct command from Luis. That's interesting. Okay. Somehow I feel like Luis would not appreciate what Captain Klinger did, especially considering he failed, in a sense. Considering we got out. More one page. Plateau. Moore's pet cat who lives in academia with him. He doesn't necessarily resemble the animals called cats that exist elsewhere. What does that mean? The strange charm hanging around his neck, a type of magic igniter according to Moore, allows for visions of him to be projected outside of academia. So wait, there are other creatures called cats that don't look like him, is what I'm getting from that? Okay, I guess we'll just have to see. Second page of Mage. There are several tiers to Mage certification, with the majority being of for lower class artisans, engineers, and soldiers, which limit the type and usage of magic. However, some professionals have fewer restrictions, such as magic professors and healers. The higher the tier of certification, the more difficult it is to obtain. Few in the kingdom hold the highest tier, one bearer alone, and one bearer alone can influence nations. Okay. Oh my goodness, Uchronia has 2 pages, or 3 pages. 3 pages. Okay, Uchronia, 2nd and 3rd pages. The continent is surrounded by fast-running currents, and ships can only set anchor from the southern island. From the southern inland sea, where the otherwise swift currents are less violent. As a result, there have been few invasions from overseas, and the 3 countries have achieved long histories. Okay, so there are other lands beside this one continent. Good to know. Although, depending on the scope of the story, that might not matter. The capital of the kingdom is Grand Trad, the largest city in the kingdom, located in north-central Uchronia. The most widespread religion is Sanctism, established as a state religion under the reign of the most recent monarch, King Hythlodius V. Okay, so Sanctism is very, well, Sanctism might not be a recent phenomenon, but it being the state religion is very recent. That's good to know. And that's also interesting because Sanctism is what it is within the scriptures, the teachings of the Sanctist Church, that the tribes, sort of what is it? The tribe caste system is rigidly defined and enforced. But that seems kind of in conflict with what we thought King Hythlodius V was about, at least from what the prince said, and from what Luis said. So I wonder what considering how powerful the Sanctism seems to be, maybe Hythlodius didn't have a choice? I don't know. Interesting to know, though. Nord Mines, page 2. Nevertheless, as ample magma veins still remain, the mine's entrance was never sealed off. The past years have seen a reliable influx of daredevils who come seeking their instant fortune in the mine's remaining prizes, which has led to its own associated problems. Well, we took out the human, the crystal thing, and we drove away a dragon, so maybe they'll open it back up. You're welcome, Kingdom of Uchronia. Okay, the 2nd and 3rd pages of The Prince's Assault. The assailant who made direct contact with the prince was a mage who fled the palace after casting a high-level curse. Thanks to the efforts of the royal healers, the prince avoided an untimely demise, but they were unable to free him from this affliction. According to the royal guards who fought the band of assassins, the only clue regarding the identity of the mage was they were patently not an adult, which Grius said it was Luis and he was young at the time. This assailant was able to arrange a sneak attack within the palace, had a masterful command of high-level curse magic, and the appearance of a child. By all accounts, the only person to match these unique criteria was Luis, who was afterwards strongly condemned by all in the palace. However, no evidence could be found, and justice still has yet to be served. Okay, and we know that they had masks on. I mean, would they do a kind of fake out where it turns out it's not Luis who did that? I don't know. I don't know what we're in for here. Magla Crystal, page 2. However, people have long whispered that Magla crystals are dangerous to those who deal in them. Such statements are largely regarded as hearsay because there was little evidence to support it, but recently, the state army has grown more cautious with them as reported incidents are on the rise. Oh my goodness, Igniter has 2 pages. Gauntlet Runner has 2 more pages. Dragons, page 2. Many are believed to possess colossal scaled bodies with membranous wings and raptor-like talons, but due to lack of personal encounters, the exact details remain unknown. In some eras, they are thought to be mystic creatures of legend, and are even revered on occasion as gods. Human, page 2. I'm really interested in this one. Given their unnatural physical resilience, large specimens can wipe out entire armies. Although there have been sightings of humans since antiquity, actual encounters have been incredibly rare, and they have long been dismissed from being any real threat. However, recent years have seen them appearing with more rapid frequency across the Crown Lands, which has the people uneasy. Okay, so this is an ancient phenomenon. It's good to know. Magic Igniters. The expense is so great... Oopsie daisy. The expense is so great buying more than one igniter would be difficult even with the entire lifetime income of the average commoner. In order to prevent accidents and crime, the Crown Theocracy and the Magic Association have exclusive production rights of igniters. Unauthorized production is considered a serious offense. The time needed to cast magic depends on the user's skill, but can also be slightly impacted by the capabilities of the igniter itself. While using an igniter while sedentary poses little problem, activating an igniter while moving is difficult, and it is thus advised to use them cautiously. Ugh. Okay. Gauntlet Runner. However, as cities and countries grew, so too did demand for resources, many of which required transport in large quantities. The Gauntlet Runners filled a niche of an armed, sturdy vehicle that could help with transport and land development. There are smaller runners roughly the size of an armed carriage, with a simple deck addition, but it's more common to see models that walk on legs, with an interval living area comparable to a modest house. Legs are more common in their design than wheels, partly because of their versatility on all manner of difficult terrain, but more so because adopting the remains and skeletons of large monsters is more cost-effective and stronger than artificially creating all the components necessary. Interesting. Just, if I'm reading that right, so they kill large monsters and then use their legs? Is that it? Interesting. Royal Scepter. Consequently, any king of Euchronia must be well versed in magic, and the boon of the royal lineage is not enough to ensure succession to the throne. Historically, there have been many cases where an offshoot member of a prince's family has become king, when the bloodline's most direct inheritor was judged not to have enough magical aptitude to truly wield the royal scepter. Interesting. Farsight Mirror. Originally owned by the prince, it is a small item that is impossible to make with contemporary technology. Some believe it is in fact, or it may in fact, be a divine relic. Oh, and we just carry that around. Okay. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh boy. You know what? That took a while. It was a lot of reading. How about maybe this will be like an extra episode? Because I went back, killed the dragon, and then we did a big reading of the memorandum. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just... I think I'll call it here. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. I wonder if I should just give it another episode number, or if I should just title it Extra Episode or something. Maybe Extra Episode 1 or something? Yeah, depending on how, you know, the structure of this game, if there are side things that maybe aren't main story relevant, maybe I could do something like extra episodes where we do that and then leave main thing. I don't know. Let's not. I don't know how things are going to develop. So let's not try to. Let's not try to figure that out just yet. Save there. Oh. Yeah, and I'm excited. We got Dragon's Indigestion. What was the other thing? What was the other thing that mining uniform can be purified at a church? I'm sure we'll learn about that. Yeah, and I'm curious, I mean, this seems like, considering we got it for fighting a dragon, I guess it's unique? Does purple mean unique, or what? Okay. Things we will learn, I'm sure. In any case, yeah, that's gonna be it for me, I think. So, yeah, I'm satisfied. For going back, fighting the dragon, getting rewarded, and finishing up that memorandum stuff. So now I don't have to worry about that for... Next time we can just start afresh and head out immediately for the capital. That sounds great. Alright, everybody. I have been The Worm. This has been Metaphor ReFantazio. Getting that correct now. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.